Thank you very much. Hello guys, well welcome. As I mentioned before, my name's Craig Emery from CJC Consulting, and we hold the virtual CFO category within this chapter. As mentioned, I've been in finance roles for over 20 years, and I am a CPA. I'm also a chartered management accountant from over in the UK. And for the last 10 years or so, I've been in a CFO role, and that's been helping businesses actually achieve their financial success at various levels. So the purpose of today's presentation is to just give you a bit more oversight about how a CFO can actually impact and help your businesses. However, before we do that, we do have some competitive people in the room, so let's play a bit of a game. Now we see abbreviations and acronyms all around the world today, so when one appears, I want you to shout out exactly what it means. Okay? Everyone understand? Good. RSVP. Indeed. Respondez s'il vous plaît. So we have some cultured people in the room that speak French. Fantastic. Swore. Very good, Christy. True romantic. Big jam. Pardon? No, I've never heard that saying until we come to Australia. So there we go. And there we go, just to make sure. There you go. DSO. This is when we get to the financial acronyms, people go, what are you talking about? Days Sales Outstanding. So that's the amount of days it takes your customers to pay you. EBITDA. See, again, quietly, all against the floor in financial stuff and people are falling asleep. Earnings before interest, taxation, depreciation and amortization. Fantastic. CJC.
Craig, Julie, Charlie.
That's originally what it was called, and so I had a glimpse of inspiration. And it now stands for clear, jargon-free and concise. But it was originally Craig, Julie, Charlie. And CFO.
Chief Financial Officer.
Yes, there we go. So one of the things I've found since setting up CJC Consulting was the understanding of what a CFO does. And people just get very, very confused and very, very scared, shall we say, that CFOs only ever work for big businesses, we can't work for small businesses, we can't help out. Complete fallacy and a complete untruth. So, what is it that we do? So we support businesses to see the options available to them so that they have the ability to make a positive change and do better. So just highlight a few points. Support. Businesses are complex things, we all know that. And things get in the way and things just cause a lot of confusion. And what we find is that we support businesses by providing them their standard reports, their P&Ls, their cash flow forecasts, their dashboards, just anything that allows them to understand their business a bit better. Because what we find is a lot of businesses operate on a weekly cash flow. They know what needs to go out, so they hope what's going to come in actually exceeds that amount or not. And what we try and do is actually support them around those facts. Because there's nothing worse than working your butt off, being really, really busy in business, and having the stress and the pain that comes with paying your bills. Very demoralising. It can lead you to, cause you stress at home. So what we try and do is alleviate some of that pain through some support. Options. So via that support, what it does, it allows businesses to have options to understand what it is they can do next to make things better. You're better off having the facts in front of you before you make a decision for the betterment of yourself and your business, rather than finger up in the air, guessing what's going to happen. So we give you the options to make those positive changes to your business. When I say positive change, that doesn't mean you're going to do one thing and tomorrow the world's going to be a different place. That just doesn't happen at all. But what it does means that when you make those options, when you have those options and you make that positive change, we actually then help you through regular catch-ups, regular reports, see those changes affecting your business. So you've decided to do something, you're following it through, and you're going to see the results, very much like a PT. So a case study. It's always good me standing up here and talking, well actually Craig, what is it that you do that's going to help me and my business? So I started working with a financial service provider started last year actually, and they've been in business for 5 or so years, established in the local community, sponsored local sporting clubs, and was actually doing a decent business. But what we mentioned there was that was a growing business with fluctuations. They were busy, then they'd be quiet, and they'd be busy again, and they'd be quiet, which obviously meant that the cash was in and out, and the structure of the business meant that there was a nice level of cash coming in, but then again, there'd be peaks and troughs where we just didn't understand what was going to go on with that business. So this is there, and there was ultimately no visibility of cash flow. There'd be money in the bank, and then there wouldn't be money in the bank. And then the next week, there'd be money in the bank, following week, there'd be no money in the bank. So what we did was to sit down and go, okay, then what is it that we need to do for your business? And it was all around cash. So we sat down, we put in some structures in place, and what happened was that we would sit down, there'd be a report issued every single week, showing the cash flow for that week and the next 13-week projections. So that person could identify what was going on in their business. It also meant, sorry, I'll go back here, so that was the support that we provided to them. And via these reports, what it meant is that there was areas were then identified for the business to focus on to improve it. So without that information, that options would not be available. And what that did was actually meant that that person had more confidence around their numbers. So they knew a lot more about what was going on in their business. They had a bit more understanding of what was going on. To the point where they no longer needed me. So my job was done. And that person is Andreas. So, in your own words, Andreas, and not that script that I sent you yesterday. If you just give a few words just to verify what I've just actually mentioned there.
Yeah, look, so basically for me it was a case of I'm busy, I've got plenty of business coming in, but I want to grow, but I'm not really sure what to do, and I wanted to introduce new services. So I sat down with Craig and said, okay, well let's work the numbers and help me project what it's going to look like, and if I start making changes, what that could, what areas I should focus on, rather than just sort of keep going around in the same circle that you're going. So business is going well, not going broke or anything like that, but an improvement was needed. And one of the things I also took out of the support that Craig gave was, from time to time I get clients that are wanting to borrow money for a business, and the commercial broker here would know that you need a business plan. And in that plan is a cash flow forecast. Well, Craig's the person that could help you work that out, because he did it for me. And I'm a person that's good with numbers, but sometimes you need to know, hey, there's somebody else out there who's better at this than I am. So yeah, that's positive change. It got to the point where I was like, okay, I see where I'm going to focus my energy and cash, and that's what we're going to follow through. And so Craig made himself redundant, I suppose.
And it took me 6 months to talk to him again, but there we go. But that's just what we try and do. Our job is not to be there constantly with your business. If we need to be, then we'll be there. If we get to a point where your business is at a position and you feel stable and you're educated around your finances, then our job is done as well. It doesn't serve us well just to hang around when actually we're not needed. That was pretty close to the script, I think. Okay, so when you're out and about and you're talking to your business colleagues and you're talking to your friends over the barbecue and stuff like that, I can't imagine there are many times when people put their hand up and go, shit, my business is struggling. Because if they did, it's just not within our human nature to do so. However, what I hope you understand now is that by this presentation is to listen out for people when they're actually talking, to actually hear some key words. Most of them are around the business and how busy they are. I'm busy being busy. I'm so busy that I don't know what's going on. Exactly. Like those that mentions, it's up to 2 o'clock in the morning being busy, which is great. However, what's actually going on in your business? You may have customers who you do a great job for, and they're a bit slow in their payments. Now, they're the people that maybe we could help, because if we help them and they pay you on time, happy days. I really want to make a change in my business. I really, really want to do something, but I just can't. I just don't know where to start. It's all up in the air. I just can't see it. Again, we help clear the mind, clear the decks, get to reporting time. This is right. This is exactly where you need to be. These are the things you need to look at. We help. We support. We try and alleviate some of the pain. We can't take it all away from people, but we are there to give them a cuddle, that we all did earlier on, give them that support, make them feel that they're not in this alone, which is not what it's about. We're not there, guys, just to be, a standard person sitting in the background, just being an advisor, just being a person that they bring up every now and again. We're there to support businesses. So, as I mentioned before, we're supporting businesses to see options available to them, so they have the ability to make a positive change and do better. So we help businesses build resilience and see a bigger picture. We help businesses obtain financial control in their business. And we support businesses to their financial education and keep the business growing. As I say, when people have an understanding of what it is they're doing and where they get information from, we kind of make ourselves redundant. And ultimately, we help businesses who want to make a change. It's no good just coming to people and saying to them, right, this is what you need to do. Business needs to want to do that. And given that was the beat, that actually wasn't bad timing. So guys, I hope you appreciated the presentation. Thank you for your time. And obviously, if you have any questions, more than happy to speak to you after the presentation or after the end of the chapter meeting. Thank you.